Back to work. 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 This is FCTV, fan-controlled television. Programs created and produced for the fans, by the fans of fan-controlled sports and entertainment. As always, power to the fans. And now, it's time for the show. Oh, Leighton! NFL is back. The Steelers are not.
But you know who is back.
Oh. Yo, I'm telling you straight up, the Falcons could have a small business on their hand if they're ever in the market for needing, like, hey, we want to make a few extra dollars and then spend those extra dollars on we'll provide season tickets for Leighton or somebody. Is LSU back? Josh, you lost. I know I did. Authentically you, I know I did. BC Line in the house. Great to see you. Ice Rink friend, Zap Nation, Freddie Airmail, love you. I want to do what that Falcon did and jump from the top rafters and zip line into the stadium. You imagine on non-game days, if you were able to do that as a fan, what would you pay? What would you pay to be able to do that? What would you pay?
Ooh.
$100? 150?
150.
150?
Because at that point, I have to do it. I paid that much. Yeah, I got to do it.
Right?
Yeah.
If they were like, hey, Monday, Tuesday, any non-game day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., there's somebody at the stadium, then you can go all the way up to the rafters. You get a little tour of the stadium, and then you get to zip line down. That's the end of the stadium tour. You're telling me that at least 100 Atlantans a week wouldn't pay for that?
Oh, of course. It'd be like the zip line things on Caribbean trips.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Of course.
You ever been to Ocho Rios, Jamaica? Ocho Rios, Jamaica?
No, I haven't been to
Jamaica. You have to climb this waterfall. You have to hold hands with people because they're supposed to keep this human train going. That's a little awkward, but that's basically what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. Stadium touring. Yeah.
Right?
My voice is almost gone, dude. I'm calling it.
Authentically you, that's where I'm from. Rachel's from Ocho Rios, and you've never been there?
She's from Atlanta. Her folks are from Jamaica, but
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Dunn's River Falls. That's what it's called. Yes, Dunn's River Falls. You climb up it. It's actually pretty sick. It's pretty.
That's cool.
And I'm watching the show right now on Netflix. I got advertised for it on TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. It's called Top Boy, and it's like The Wire for London, but it's half in Jamaica, half back in London. At least like the first episode was. Then I think it's like pretty much just in London, but it's sick. It's The Wire, but in London. I highly recommend. And I'm only like 3 episodes in, but yeah.
Aye, bruv.
There's a lot of that, dude. There's a lot of bruv.
My territory.
Yeah, it is. And dude, it is so intensely Jamaican at points that I have to have the subtitles on. And even with the subtitles on, I'm like, I don't know what they're saying because they spell it out in like that Jamaican accent. And it's like, get in the can. And I'm like,
boom, boom.
I was floored. How I was watching it with Amanda and she was like, I don't know what they're saying. I was like, I got nothing. I have absolutely nothing. No idea. which is basically how I felt yesterday, because I don't know if any of the coaching staff on the Steelers were saying anything to any of the players to make them want to play football.
All right,
What
bro,
the
I'll be
fuck
losing.
happened, bruv?
Back to work.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Leighton, how are you feeling after yesterday? Let's just talk about general emotions of your first Monday after a Sunday of NFL football 2023. How do you feel
I
inside?
feel great. Well, you gotta understand, this was our first week 1 win since 2017.
Get out of here.
No, I looked it up. I forgot who I was on the phone with, and I looked it up and realized it's our first week 1 win since 2017. So I feel great. As you hear, my voice is gone. Like my voice is gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Were you
And
at was the
What?
game in Atlanta? Was it in Atlanta? Were you
Yeah.
so you were there?
And you gotta
Okay.
understand, like our seats are right by the tunnel the Falcons run out of.
Okay.
So yeah, like our section just we're loud, and I'm like I said, I'm the fan that's going to yell. I'm gonna make comments. I'm gonna cuss somebody out, and it was my birthday. Like it was everything,
It's
and
everything.
you're hearing what the voice of a Falcons fan that doesn't witness this often sounds like.
What's the food of choice in the Falcons team again? What's the best food there?
Oh, that's a good one. For me now, it's the jerk chicken pasta.
Jerk chicken pasta. Got it.
Now we do have a Moe's in the stadium.
Okay. Got it.
There's a couple barbecue spots that are really good. Oh, that was my food of choice. It used to be the barbecue chicken nachos.
Oh, shoot.
John. These are amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
They have Jamaican food at the stadium. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
All right, I'm done.
You want to hear?
I'm not going to hear the end of this after this show. By the way, yeah.
My first of all, I missed that barbecue at Fox Brothers, the place that was by Pullman. Oh, that place was so good.
Yeah.
My buddy is from Jamaica, right? His mom and dad both from Jamaica. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's a stand-up comic, and he did this Jamaican joke on stage, and he came off, and the woman in the crowd was like, your Jamaican accent is terrible. He's like, I'm from Jamaica. You big dum-dum. Okay. Hey, accents are my strong suit. Okay. They're just not good. I do them knowing full well they suck. Yep. Okay.
It's like the South Park effect. Like they're not good, but you still know what they're for.
Yes.
And the show's not supposed to be taken serious anyway. So I was like, oh yes.
BC Lion says, give us the Irish accent. Oh, he's a wee man. Leighton, it was your birthday. How did you celebrate, Leighton?
Back to work.
Falcons won the
Back
game.
to work. Back to work.
We've given Jess too much power.
Yeah, Jess is really flexing that muscle back then.
Yeah, she's like,
oh, he's a wee Leighton. That's how he was eating his wee birds and his pasta there in the stadium. Oh, he's a wee lad. Okay. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
So you had a good day yesterday. Now.
Yeah. I had a really good day.
Yes.
I mean, we didn't get a sack until the fourth quarter, but when we first got a sack, the entire stadium went crazy. Because that's our biggest problem is we don't have a pass rush. And then we took him down. We took down Bryce Young. So we were like,
boom.
We're excited. We beat a rookie quarterback.
I didn't see a ton of the highlights from your game. I mean, I just saw what ESPN showed. I love that the NFL, this is actually a genius thing that the NFL does, is they do those mini games on their YouTube channel.
Yes.
So you can watch all the mini games. It's amazing, right? It's genius.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you watching in the stadium, how did Bryce Young look? Promise?
Very strong arm. Very strong arm. And I know that because he overthrew all his receivers. So, like, it's going to take a while. Yeah. But I think he can survive in the league. I do. He just overthrows all his receivers.
Isn't it wild how there's like one rookie quarterback maybe every 3 to 5 years that actually impresses? Think about that. Every 3 to 5 years, there's a rookie QB that impresses.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, he's going to be fine. Like, I don't think Carolina Panthers fans should be worried about him at all.
Yeah.
It was just game one. And like I said, he has a really big arm. He just overthrew everybody. So,
do the Panthers have the worst uniforms in football?
No, I actually love their uniforms.
You do? Wow.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay.
Really?
Interesting.
There's not a team whose uniforms I actually hate now that I think about it.
Really? You
Yeah.
don't wow. Not the Browns, not
Like,
the
even though, like,
Bungles,
no, I actually
not the
love. I
Eagles?
have a Joe Burrow. I have a Joe Burrow Bengals jersey. I have a Jalen Hurts Eagles jersey.
What?
I even
Why?
like the previous Tampa Bay jerseys,
Oh, the
the weird ones
orange?
with no, not those. The ones they had before Tom Brady got there, because the ones they have now, that's like
Yeah.
the original, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But they
yeah,
had
yeah.
like the weird like pirate numbers. I thought those were kind
Oh,
of pretty sick. I was
okay,
like, all right,
okay.
yeah. I can't think of a team whose uniform I hate.
If you went down the roster of 32 teams, I guarantee you I'd hate more unis than I like.
What about the?
Like
I love the Jets uniform. That's really
the
one of my favorite.
Jets uniforms?
It's really one of my
Really?
favorite uniforms. Yes, mainly the helmets. I think the helmets are beautiful now. Yeah,
Man.
I know. I know.
Listen, you choosing positivity today is basically the fact that you won yesterday.
Yeah,
If
that's
we
really what
won
it is.
yesterday, be like, every
Catch me next
uniform is
week.
amazing.
No, look, if the Packers come to Atlanta and embarrass us next week, I'm like, everybody sucks. Oh, the
Yes.
Cardinals, yeah, the Cardinals uniforms kind of suck. Actually,
Are a massive
I'll go.
downgrade. And that is a
Yeah.
great name for a name there, Pain Train 79. Welcome to the chat. Great to see you.
Yeah,
I agree on the Cardinals.
It'd be
That's
cool if there
a
was like
tough
Pain Train 69
one.
or like Human Centipede 69. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that is pretty good. That is pretty solid. We have a guy that comments on another show I do. His thing is Turd NATO 69. I'm like,
Like,
hey,
why?
hey, just go.
Like,
Just go. See, Leighton, I woke up yesterday feeling extremely excited. And I was, after Kenny Pickett's perfect QBR in the preseason, this is how I know. Why do I even watch? What am I doing? I would rather Kenny Pickett throw 95 interceptions in the preseason and go 20 for 21 yesterday with 3 touchdowns, no picks, and 310 yards. That's what I want, right?
Yeah.
And instead, first drive of the game, we go 3 and out. There's an inside conspiracy theory that Kenny got a concussion on the first sack on that third down, and he was a little confused the rest of the game. That's what I'm going with. I'm holding on to dear life for anything, Leighton. Okay, anything. And then we proceed to let Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey and Jacob Ayub, or whatever his name is. Didn't Jacob Ayub play for us in FCF? A concussion, Freddie Airmail.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because a golf clap.
Well done.
I thought he did. Yeah.
And so, or Brandon Ayuk, I don't know, whatever his name is. I didn't even know he played football. Okay. What I will say is that yesterday was the Brandon Ayuk. Thank you, OVO Ghost. He knows. OVO Ghost watched that demolition that was our team, and it was the worst day ever. Okay. The entire city of Pittsburgh went home depressed. I was sitting on my couch, and I was just sitting there staring into nothing. The TV wasn't even on anymore. I turned it off.
Can I explain how polar opposite Cowboys fans and Steelers fans are? Because like usually this is Cowboys fans. Like the rage that y'all have is, and they had y'all's happiness. So I just want to say, like, y'all are literally polar opposites on the spectrum of fandom.
Yes. Thank you.
So they need y'all to lose in order for them to win, because what they did to the Giants is unheard of. But
yeah,
I just want to throw that out there.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. Like, I needed that. Like, to just add salt into the wounds. Just like
throw
me in a pit full of snakes. You think I want the Cowboys fans to be happy? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, we saw like 3 of them at the game yesterday, by the way.
Just hanging out. Just Cowboys
hanging out.
Fans there.
Full regalia.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Anyway, poor Rosie. We've been working on, like, with kids, like her breathing when she gets upset. We're like, Rosie, take breaths. Like, ooh. And so I'm getting upset, and she goes, Dada, breaths. I'm like, okay. Damn, it's working. Hey, how about you shut up, you little 2.5-year-old beast? Never mind. Nope, not gonna do that today. It's not gonna be the day. And Amanda comes in. She's like, I don't know why you do this. I knew they were gonna suck. They're not. You guys get way too excited, and they always suck. And I'm like, babe, you need to walk out of this kitchen right now, or this room, or wherever we are. And then I went and played golf. I was so angry, Leighton. I went and played golf after the game yesterday. Okay. The
Mhm.
first, I was all over the place. I was just mentally couldn't get into the game. I was so upset. Before I went to the golf course, and I live in Northern California, I took my Steelers head cover off of my driver, threw it in a bin, and put my old head cover back on. That's just the Callaway brand. Because I didn't want anybody to ask me, oh, what happened to the Steelers? How about you shut the up? Okay. I don't want your opinions, and I don't like it.
If it helps, as a friend of multiple Steelers fans, I knew not to text any of you.
Yeah.
None of you.
I think
None
Jeff
of you.
got the memo. Jeff Canada, who I'm going to have to agree to a punishment on Thursday's fan controlled show, 2:30 p.m.
Yeah,
Pacific.
forgot about that.
He first drive, he starts texting me like, "Woo! How about that touchdown?" I didn't answer at all, and then he stopped texting me. I think I'm not going to say anything. I think he just got the memo because I was gonna be, hey Jeff, how about you shut the?
Okay? Oh yeah, no, I know, I understand. I was like, no,
you get it. Don't
not
be
today.
that fan. I don't care. Listen, when you're down, I'm not going to kick you while you're down. So don't kick me.
See, most of my friends kick me, but it's okay. I'm the better person.
I don't kick you. I never kicked you.
Oh no, I'm talking about
you in the preseason.
Oh God, my voice.
Oh God, my voice. It cracked. I'm 28 now.
Oh, Falcons. Yeah.
I go Falcons. OVO Ghost. I didn't text my mom back. See, that's what.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
My dad just texted me, "Are you okay?" Right? And then followed that text up with, "Because I'm not."
We're in this together, buddy.
Yes, we're doing it. I should have moved this over. I apologize. Look what Jess did. Look what Ruthless Cutie did. Football's back. The emotions of NFL. She put the Steeler guy.
Yeah, that's harsh. That's targeted. That's targeting.
Yep, all right, we're going to play a little game here, Leighton. We're going to play a little game. Yes. Okay, here we go. We're playing a game called That Good? That Bad? Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna play this,
there's no both, right? There's no both.
Yes.
Like either.
No.
All right, cool.
No. It can't be like, I think it's a combination of both. Okay. There's no gray area. This is a black and white show. You got a black guy and a white guy hosting.
I knew you were going there. I was like, all right, here it goes. You're always gonna lay it up, but we are. I mean, welcome to sports in 2023. Every show has.
I'm watching the pregame for Monday Night Football, and it's Scott Van Pelt, RG3, Swagoo. I'm like, hey. I was watching the new Little Mermaid. Triton basically just like adopted a multicultural family. There's the black mermaid, there's the Asian one, there's the white one. He was just banging every other mermaid in the ocean.
He was across all 7 seas. I was like, this doesn't make sense. This is buddy. Okay.
Getting it. King Triton, what's your type? I ain't got none, just the ladies.
Right. Ooh, my fishes swim.
Anyhow, here we go. Okay.
All right.
We're playing That Good, That Bad. Okay. We'll start with the game of the night, obviously, the one that most people are talking about. Okay. The Cowboys, that good, or the Giants, that bad?
Cowboys are that good. I hate saying it. Oh, God.
Really?
Woo. That was hard. I'm going to leave it at
that. I'm just going to give you one piece of the box score, Lay. Okay?
Okay.
Piece, box score. Dak Prescott, 143 yards passing. That's it. I mean, you didn't really need to do anything. The defense did everything else. So I personally think the Giants are that bad. The Giants are that bad.
Okay.
Daniel Jones, they've been holding on for dear life. They paid the man for some reason. I think he's, I mean, fine. He's fine. I think Jimmy G and Daniel Jones are the same quarterback. Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, Jimmy G. I could go. The list can go on. Geno Smith.
Yeah. You said like everybody's basically just Mitchell Trubisky.
They're all like a little bit better than Mitch Trubisky. They're just good enough to get a starting job somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And so I think the Giants are just that bad. They couldn't do anything. Yes, I'm not taking anything away from the fact that the Cowboys have built an incredible defense, and my Penn State Nittany Lion, Micah Parsons, is an absolute beast.
Okay? Yeah.
A beast. but I do think the Giants are that bad. Right now, they're that bad.
Okay.
And
That's a good argument.
unfortunately, on the other side of the ball with Penn State, Saquon Barkley is aging quickly. He's
Yes, he is.
aging quickly.
Yeah.
Saquon's is
It's gonna have a Barry
aging.
Sanders-esque kind of.
Yes, 100%. All right. How about the 49ers or the Steelers, right? The other blowout of yesterday.
I just think the 49ers are that
Be
good.
honest. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're that good. I don't think y'all are bad. I think the 49ers are that good. I also think that I don't know if everybody did what the Falcons did in the preseason, but I wonder how many teams played their starters against your starters in the preseason. And were y'all given a true measure of your team?
Well,
but because of that, that's why I'm saying 49ers are that good.
Coming from a obviously very subjective point of view, a very biased point of view, okay? I see it as the Steelers. I want to believe that the Steelers aren't that bad, okay? But right now, it's hard to disagree with the fact that they are that bad, that the Steelers are that bad. Matt Canada is running an offense for children. Why aren't we going to Kenny Pickett's strengths, okay, and trying to get rid of the ball quicker? Bouncing back and forth, no huddle. Let him choose some play calls. Let's get some running backs involved and not just like a reverse pass to Najee Harris where you get stopped in the backfield. Guess where Najee Harris is the best? If we run him in a power eye.
Yes, no one's stopping him. No one wants to tackle him.
We're throwing the ball to Connor Haywood. He's slower than me. Okay? They're not drawing up anything creative. They're abandoning everything. They're giving Kenny no chance. I think we are that bad at coaching and offense. Our defense did the best they could. I don't know if they were on the field the whole damn game and they were just getting the shit kicked out of them. And Christian McCaffrey and the Niners have all these weapons. Right now, the Steelers offense is not that good. I think we are that bad. And I got too hyped for a team that more than likely Mike Tomlin will go 9-8 again and we'll miss a playoff, but we will sneak by a bunch of these wins. But we are a mediocre to bad football team that made the Niners look that good.
So then is the solution, what's the solution? Is it to get rid of Matt Canada in the offseason? Do you start questioning Mike Tomlin as a coach? Like, what direction do you go?
We got to figure out some way to let Kenny game. Because right now, I think he's being hamstrung.
Where's Joe Brady offensive coordinating?
I don't know.
Where's he at? Y'all should go get him. Is he still with Carolina? No.
Where is he?
Y'all should go get him.
Dude, I would rather I run a bet in Madden 23. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's a quarterback's coach for the Bills.
Okay, next up. Okay. All right, here we go. Next.
You're going in and out.
My internet good.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson. Good. Can't hear me, huh?
Say that again.
Fuck. Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
Good.
Yes.
That good. Bijan.
He's that good. He's that good. He's that good. I'm pretty sure y'all saw the touchdown, but he did that multiple times in the game yesterday.
Okay. I'm going to agree.
Yeah.
I think Bijan Robinson is the future. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
I think everything about him, he's just that good. He's what every team drafting a running back early wants. He's him. He's him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Tyreek Hill? Is this the Tyreek Hill year of the breakout everything of Tyreek Hill? Tyreek Hill.
Like just straight balling out. Yeah.
He's that good.
He's that good. Yes. I think he's proven it before. Well, we thought Patrick Mahomes made his career. I would say he made Patrick Mahomes' career. I'd flip it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How about Tua? Is he that good? Or was he just given the opportunity to be that good?
Given the opportunity. I don't believe in NFL Tua. I didn't really believe in Bama Tua as much either. I wasn't big on Tua at Bama. But yeah, I'm gonna go the other way.
I don't trust lefties. All right, let's go to Thursday night since it seems like 4 years ago. But are the Chiefs that good? Or I mean, are the Chiefs bad? Or the Lions like that good? Or is that was just a flip?
Okay, so the Lions are that good. However, it lets you know how important Travis Kelce is to that offense. I will say that.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Clearly Patrick Mahomes needs some kind of weapon because he didn't have anything to really do around there. He was his own kind of weapon. He was manning every gun station on the battleship and trying his best. But Freddie Airmail saying Lions are that good. They rose to the occasion. Yeah, this could be the year. This could be a Lions year. I mean, I believe it may be like week 12 if they're still. All right. What about the Browns? Are the Browns that good, or did Joe Burrow just lay an absolute egg?
I think Joe Burrow just laid an absolute egg. I do. I still believe in the Bengals. I still think that they are a team that can contend for a Super Bowl. I don't believe in the Browns. So I'm gonna go more so with the Bengals just didn't play a good game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think the Browns might surprise people this year. Like Deshaun Watson last year, maybe he just totally, I don't know. We get into it later. I hate talking about Deshaun Watson. Hate getting any kind of credit.
Yeah.
And somehow Nick Chubb is defying the age limit of a running back. He's still awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he would. Oh my gosh, I thought he would end up leaving the league. Yeah, no, I thought he would end up leaving the league around the same time as Sony Michel because they came in together. Yeah. He's like, no, I still believe. Okay. Same thing with Brandon Cooks. I'm surprised he's still in the NFL too. So,
all right, we got a couple more. How about are the Ravens that good, or is Houston still just horrendous, even with CJ Stroud, any of that stuff?
Ravens are that good. You can't give me a both. I'm trying to stay away from both because it is both. I don't think the Texans are that good either way, but I think the Ravens are that good. I know you don't want to hear that. I know.
I think it's the Texans are that bad. They might lose more games than Arizona. I think it's.
Do they play each other? Are we going to get a toilet bowl?
We might get a toilet bowl. You might be right. Okay. How about Jordan Love? Is Jordan Love that good, or do the Bears just suck?
I'm gonna say he's that good because I didn't expect anything from the Bears this season. I think the Bears are just as bad / good as they were last year. So I'm gonna go with Jordan Love is that good.
I want to have faith because I don't love Green Bay perennially having a franchise quarterback, but I want Green Bay to have a little redemption for the Aaron Rodgers kind of just leaving them high and dry. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Even if it's Sean
you went out.
On with my fucking internet today. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, there we go. All right.
It is just going in and out. Fuck me. Hold on. Go ahead. Did you hear me?
No, I heard the rant. I didn't hear the question.
Are the Rams good? Are the Rams that good, or were they kind of just given that game by just a poor Seattle team?
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks they're a poor team. I don't think the Rams are that good.
Okay. I think Geno Smith basically just kind of showed who he is. I think he had a good year last year.
Geno Smith finally showed up.
Yeah, I think the real Geno Smith. Please stand up. Yeah. This was it's like the Case Keenum year in Minnesota. He peaked and then disappeared again. I think it's that thing, okay, right?
And the NFC was down last year too.
Yeah. Well, speaking of somebody who's down, he put it in his lower third there. Ladies and gentlemen, a fellow Steeler fan, and like all of us in Steeler Nation, really not doing well today. It's Doug Glosser. Doug.
Hey, boys.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Doug not only feels bad, he just looks it today. You've got that glow of loss, you know?
It's so tough because, you know, I can lose football games at this point, right? Like it started with the Pitt game on Sunday or Saturday. That was so bad, you know. So I was like, that's fine. College football, out of sight, out of mind. This is a Steeler year. I'm excited for the Steelers. I get that it's preseason, but there's so much, you know, to love. Not saying that we're going to outright win the Super Bowl or anything, but you're like, this is going to be a good test, and I'm looking forward to it. And I heard your rant about your internet, so I feel comfortable in swearing. Holy fucking shit. There wasn't a goddamn thing to take from that, like positively, not a thing. So I'm sitting here all day and you're asking why I'm down so bad. It's like, because I was reevaluating this team and you're like, well, maybe everything I thought was wrong and it's going to be such a long year. And then you start thinking, all right, well, what if we lose to the Browns on Monday? And then you're like, I'm 33 turning 34 here. Like, why am I still bothered by this? So then you start going down that hole and you're just like, oh my God, like my whole sense of self, as you and I were texting, I'm like, you know, I need to finish this book I'm reading or something. Like I need to do something else with my life because this has been bad.
Yeah. Feel you, Doug. I mean,
But Leighton, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. I'm great.
Hey, I got Bijan on my wife's fantasy team, so it was a great weekend.
Oh, you're lucky. Oh, you're lucky. So I missed my draft day by a day. So I got auto drafted and still ended up with a really good team. Still kicked ass. The most I could do now is get the Falcons defense. I can't get Algier. I can't pick up. Actually, no, I did get Ritter, but I mean, Ritter didn't do much. So,
no, how did you feel about his performance?
I'm being a loyalist and I'm blaming it on the offensive line.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
Okay, because I know you were a little skeptical about that, and you know, yeah. I thought maybe if there is one positive, Josh, how about this?
Talk to me, please.
If there is one positive, I thought this is vis-a-vis the Steelers, right? That around the league there was a lot of week one bullshit, if we want to call it. You know,
sure.
Especially from some proven quarterbacks. Leighton, you pointed out Joe Burrow was just totally bad. And that's why I'm like, if I'm a Bengals fan, I certainly feel better in some respects than the Steelers because the Bengals have a track record, right? I'm sitting here all day going, you know, I'm sitting in this Kenny Pickett jersey again as a person in my 30s. Is he terrible? Like, is everything I thought wrong? Because I've been such a staunch supporter of him. But then, you know, and he got a lot of the garbage time numbers, but you just look, he ended up being basically the top. If you just looked at the box score and looked at the QBRs and all these other stupid, meaningless things that don't matter if you're losing, he was the statistically best quarterback in the AFC North. Now, you could just watch the game and go, that's not true. But if you're looking at like what Lamar did, he wasn't lighting the world on fire, but he still did plenty to win, more than enough. Same could be said with Deshaun through the air. He looked good. You know, Browns look great running the ball. And obviously Burrow. But then, you know, with the rest of the quarterbacks around the league, you saw some otherwise mediocre performances from some guys that were expected, obviously, to do better. You know, Jalen Hurts wasn't lighting the world on fire, and he fumbled the ball at the end of the game there, which almost gave the Patriots an opportunity to win. But, you know, there's a lot of these guys that have track records of performance that you go, it's week one, wonky stuff happens. It's not a big deal, but I did not have that thought again about the Steelers.
Doug, what is the offense? What do we do? Do we start trying to run like the 90s Bills pistol? I mean, we got to do something with Kenny. We got to let him like open the field a little bit. Deontay's hamstring looked horrendous. The offensive line looked, I mean, I know San Francisco's defense might be the best D in the league. I mean, arguably, right? Our secondary, our upfront push besides TJ was bad. Cam goes down. I mean, where is the regroup here with Coach T? What's going on?
you would almost have to hope that it was so bad that it's an anomaly. But I think, truthfully, the number one problem and the worst thing about the game was the quarterback. I think he was the worst part of the entire game, and it's not even the play calling necessarily, because there were a lot of plays. I think that I even noticed in real time where you go, these people just aren't even getting like open. There's just not.
Yeah.
They're just too easy to kind of defend by design, especially when it's the first game of the year and the defensive coordinators are just sitting there for months and months, thinking about this. It's not that they don't game plan for the other games during the offseason, but you know what I'm saying. So anyways, I thought, though, you saw somebody that was, and I'm hoping that he was atypically rattled, that he was atypically inaccurate, because there were so many of those throws. And again, it's just the preseason, but you looked at the throws that he was making and the ball was exactly where it needed to be, exactly on time. And there's not a ton of pressure, and I get there's no scheme defenses or anything, but Leighton, you even recall the throw that he made against the Falcons in the preseason to Freiermuth, that back shoulder. That's preseason or not, that's just ridiculously accurate. And I'm thinking, all right, there's 12 quarterbacks in the league that can make that throw or something like that, or place that ball right there consistently. And you saw anything but. So Canada's terrible play calling be damned. And the one that's getting a lot of flack, and rightfully so, was on the fourth down goal line play. They're about 8 yards out, and as many people on the social media platform formerly known as Twitter are pointing out, he ran the Madden four verticals play from the 8 yard, because you just flipped it. You had Freiermuth running the over route here, and then just three other eligibles running straight down from 8 yards. And you still could have picked up a first down on that play. Yeah. Now, it doesn't change the outcome of the game or anything like that. But from a design standpoint, you got all four of your receivers are just within that little 10-yard box, and it's so deep in the red zone there, you're just too easy to defend, or the first play of the game, that everybody's getting all spun around on their blocking assignments, but you're throwing it 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So it's that kind of stuff where you go, it's too horizontal against the fastest defense in the league. But there were plenty of third down plays and third down throws, a touchdown to Johnson notwithstanding, or I should say that's standing out in my mind, where Kenny just failed to put the ball where it needed to be. Yeah. Just flat out.
Ovio goes, the janitor in Kansas City could call a better game than Mad Canada. That's a good Freddie Aaron making a solid point. I know the Ravens are y'all's rival, but can we pour one out for Dobbins? Man, that guy just can't.
That's such a bummer. Because I thought he was going to be even better than what he's been in the league from what he showed at Ohio State. Now, granted, as we're seeing right now, so many of these seasons have been derailed by not just some injuries, like a hamstring here or there, just really devastating injuries.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. And you see an Achilles injury like that, that just makes you think, more so than a knee, what kind of explosion is he going to have? Not just next year, but they say maybe even takes 18 months. I've had some friends that have torn their Achilles, and they say it takes 18 months before they're feeling right. So you feel terrible for them. And they're playing a very, very tough opponent now, or at least you would think a motivated opponent in the Bengals. Yeah. So they're kind of in the same situation that the Steelers are, the Bengals are, where it's another divisional game. And for either one of those teams, if they're down 0-2, and the Ravens are 2-0, tied with the Browns in this scenario, Browns would have 2 conference wins, or 2 AFC North wins, but Ravens would have 2 AFC wins. They'd be in the catbird seat. And if you're the Bengals or the Steelers, you're thinking, is it 2 weeks and done?
Yeah. I mean, we have to stop the run next week. Let Deshaun beat us with his arm. Let Deshaun beat us with his arm.
Totally.
Doug, I'm going to ask you some week one questions here.
Sure.
And just get your honest opinion. Do you think Deshaun Watson bombed last year on purpose to make people like feel bad for him because he's a scumbag off the field? Like, oh, he's not that like welcome back this season. Maybe people forgot about the massages.
I see what you're going with there. It's the set the bar low so that you can exceed it. Because America loves a comeback story. We all know America loves tearing you down, but they also love building you back up, right?
Yeah,
sure. If what you're asking me, is he a sneaky genius? No, he's not. He's still a criminal and not a sneaky genius at all. Yeah, but would that be a sneaky genius play? Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my other question. Here, I got a few for you. Is there a quarterback in the NFC South? Is there a quarterback?
Why are we getting
just one?
Just catching random strays.
I mean, this presents an interesting question because I don't know enough about taxes. So in Florida, because we know you don't have to pay any income tax, right? So I don't know if they have to on their taxes, like when they're filling out their occupation, if they put anything. So down in Florida, does like Baker have to put anything? I don't know. I don't know. Or he's just like, look, this is this money.
Oh man, that is so fun. What a lawyery thing to say. Okay. I don't know if you saw this story. It freaked me out, but the Chargers don't actually have fans. So they brought in robots. They brought in AI fans to LA to sit in the stands, actual robots promoting some creepy movie, and the Chargers fans were like, "Oh, look, they brought robots for us."
Do we know what movie it was?
Oh, it's the one they've been advertising. I don't know. It's like they look like
the advertising is obviously not working that well enough before, so they had to put some shit like this in the stands to get something going. It's a huge indictment on the Chargers, obviously, to allow for such a thing, especially because there were so many good seats available. And they put those guys, from what I saw, those are big ticket locations.
Yeah.
And you have like Minority Report or whatever sitting in the front row there. That's thousands of dollars. As somebody who's looking at going to the Rams-Steelers game, although I may not if we keep playing like this.
Yeah. If we stink.
As somebody that's looking at the prices of tickets in LA, that shit ain't cheap. That ain't cheap.
No.
But Can I let y'all in on a little secret? I think Leighton knows this. He may not want me to admit this to a national broadcast, but the Falcons use actors in their stands. Did you know that?
I mean, we got in trouble for pumping fake noise.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Come on.
I hire actors to cheer
and the Hawks too. I have it on good authority from actually that's somebody that is connected with the hirings. It's a shocking thing, but you know what? As a Steeler fan right now, from what I heard, I'm in no position to talk with 25% of the stadium having been.
Can we at least give the creators of these robots credit though? Like, because they have the expressions of a real Chargers fan. Like the disappointment on these robots was perfect. So at least give them credit for that. Like,
are we sure that one of them did not also have a headset and a hat on and was actually the head coach of the Chargers as well? And are we sure that it hasn't been the case and he was the alpha prototype for 2 years? Are we sure about that?
Yet to be seen, Douglas. Yet to be seen.
Mean, the disgust on this. That's perfect. Come on.
It's a great look at that robot. Yes. All right, Doug. 2 more questions for you. Do you think this is Bill Belichick's last season coaching for the Patriots? You think they gave Tom Brady his send-off, they're going to give Bill Belichick his?
Well, that you can tell you're a professional because you went from one AI to another. No, I don't think that robot hangs it up either after this one. Okay. I think that they're going to. I was so impressed by the fight that they showed because they got down quick, and I'm thinking like, okay, the Steelers just got pounded. Maybe the Patriots are going to turn out to be the national embarrassment that takes some of the heat off the Steelers. Turned out that was the Giants, but I could argue that even the Steelers game was worse. But anyways, I was impressed with the fight that Patriots team because they're not some offensive juggernaut, and who knows how Bill O'Brien will be in his second go round here as a play caller in New England. But to go down 16-0 to an outstanding team like Philadelphia in the blink of an eye and go, okay, well, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, plug away and punch them right back. That was impressive. So maybe
Is
if
Mac
they
Jones
throw
good?
just enough, he
Is
sticks
Mac
around.
Jones good? I mean, look at his stat line. Mac Jones 316, 3 TDs and 1 pick. I mean, those are NFL numbers right there.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have a defensive coordinator, coaching quarterbacks and calling your offense. And kind of to what Leighton was talking about with Tua earlier, it is just such a testament right now that there's maybe, and this isn't a bad thing or anything like that or a knock on anybody, because certainly my quarterback isn't one of these ones, but there's only a handful of quarterbacks I think that are probably like scheme and coaching transcendent. And maybe just one, like maybe it's just Patrick Mahomes at this point. I don't know. But beyond that, it is such a marriage of the play caller and the coaching and the quarterback and getting that person comfortable and doing what they need to do to be most effective. And you see, like, I'm not some huge Tua stan or anything else like that either, but for what they do and the way that he can push the ball vertically, because he's not a super huge guy. He can't always read the middle of the field and anything like that, but they get these crossing routes going. They got Tyreek who goes like that, like in 2 seconds. And as we saw in the national championship game, if Tua can do anything, like his hallmark is pushing that ball down the field. And so when you have a play caller like McDaniel that wants to do that, it's going to look great, and it's TBD on teams like the Ravens or if Deshaun and the Browns or anything can do that, right? But that's the hope, that they found the kind of play callers and the quarterback for the system. But it's so important because look what Brock Purdy did. Brock Purdy, even though there was some pass rush coming at him, he still was cool as a cucumber, and still found the guys that were open. And Kenny was
Kenny in
flustered
there
as to be with Matt Canada. So,
all right, 2 more quick questions for you, Doug, and then we'll let you go. We appreciate you. You're the best. We love having you on, man. The Jets will lose badly tonight.
True or false, or why would that happen?
False. Yeah, like you think. I personally, I think the Jets are going to come out flat and the Bills are going to hand it to them.
Yeah, all week. It's funny. I had a friend of mine who asked me for my Jets Bills thought, and right before I came on here, and all week I thought the Jets were going to win. I think they're a good team. It's not that I think they're a bad team, but the way that they're going to lose, if true, is because that offensive line still stinks, and it's going to take them a little bit if they have the pieces, let's say, to at least come together. So Rodgers isn't going to elude the pressure. I don't think the Bills pass rush is anything super duper special right now, but it's the type of coverage where if Aaron has enough time, he'll pick them apart. But if the rush gets to him, as we see, I think he might get pretty pissed off at that line, and we'll be seeing Zach Wilson before too long.
And he is not the most mobile of quarterbacks. So, all right, final question. Is Jimmy Garoppolo the best average quarterback ever?
Yes. And I think you could be. So this is fun. For a while, everyone in football kind of remembers like the Andy Dalton line, right? It's like the Mendoza line in baseball. It's like, were you above or below the Andy Dalton line? I've been trying to figure out, because for a while I thought it was the answer to this question was Derek Carr, which is, who is the worst quarterback that you could like make the playoffs with, or like, or maybe even make the Super Bowl with, or win a Super Bowl. For a while, I thought like Derek Carr is probably the worst quarterback that you could have that could win a Super Bowl. But maybe it is Jimmy G. And Derek looked okay, put up some numbers in a total rock fight yesterday. But, when you look that good and you're getting paid that much money, who the fuck's the joke on, man?
Yeah,
like,
right.
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 Yeah. I mean, he's like a Travis Matthew representative, and he's never won anything. Freddie Airmail, fun fact: Jimmy G and John Playton played quarterback at the same college. How about that?
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah. Yes. Eastern Illinois. I believe it is also Mike Shanahan that might have gone there too.
Okay.
But that's where Dino Babers, who's the head coach of Syracuse, he loves to take credit for Jimmy G. But then when you look into it, you realize Jimmy G had been there for like 3 years by the time Dino got there. So, yeah. Oh, Tony Romo there as well too. Don't forget about him.
Don't forget about
Wow.
Tony Romo, the sexiest man to win nothing.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Doug Glosser.
If my wife's reactions to Jimmy G in the Raiders games are anything, I would say no. It's probably Jimmy's the sexiest one to never win anything.
True. Yeah, he's better looking than Tony. Doug Glosser, you absolute legend. Thanks for coming on. We'll have you on back on in a couple weeks. Hopefully it'll be after a Steelers win on Monday night and then another Steelers win the next week. And then before you know it, we're 4-1. And it was just one of those opening day flubs and we had no idea what was going on. Kenny's back. We're back. Time to get back on the train. Choose positivity, because if it stays this negative, I may walk into traffic.
God bless you. From your mouth to the football god's ears, we can only choose to stay positive. That's a choice that you've made. I haven't, but whatever. We're all consenting adults here. So thanks for having me, boys. Catch you later.
Love you,
All right, thanks.
All right, let's. Thank you, Jess. Thank you. We had, besides football this weekend, we had a very. Listen, nobody's competing with the NFL. The fact that the WNBA playoffs are during the NFL season, why I don't play during the NBA season is crazy. Everybody's watching basketball. Just play basketball.
Right.
Play more basketball.
Take the week.
Women's college basketball is going on. Why shouldn't the women's pros be going on? What did Ovio say? I drank so much yesterday because of Matt Canada. This continues. I'll be in AA by the bye week. Yeah, you need both, dude. You need both. I mean, there was the point where I was looking in my golf bag for extra beers. Like, this is ridiculous. I like the BC Lions. Like it's Matt Canada is our offensive coordinator, BC Lion, and I love Canada, but I don't like Matt Canada. I love the country of Canada. Freddie Airmail, undefeated WNBA fantasy champ here. Congratulations, Freddie. You're the only one.
Hey, you got it. You win.
Freddie Airmail plays WNBA fantasy. I play LPGA DraftKings. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Nice.
Great country, terrible coordinator. Well said, Ovio Ghost. But we got to give a shout out to the USA. USA, because not only did we not win any medals at the FIBA World Championship, no. Forget about that. What we did win, Leighton, is that the United States has a unbelievable tennis player again. Coco Gauff runs the table at the U.S. Open.
Go.
Just a badass, throwing it down. I will say, the one thing that confused me, Leighton, I don't understand it, is she wins. She runs into the stand with security. Why doesn't security let her people come to her? That's got to be more safe than running into the stands where somebody could just like jump on her.
Golf fans aren't. Oh, sorry, tennis. Y'all are kind of the same to me at times.
Yeah,
like
sounds about right.
Yeah, y'all aren't violent fan bases. Tennis fans and actually, I would argue y'all are the most civilized fan bases in the country. 100%. I would even trust fishing fans. I think fishing fans should also be looked into. I know
they got hooks.
I was watching Pro Bull race riding this weekend. I don't trust nobody in that arena.
No way. None of them.
But if I was to build a community and let my kids walk to school, tennis and golf fans.
Golf fans. But how good for Coco Gauff. Tennis is back in America. We're back. Now we just need a guy. We had a guy reach the semis and he lost to Djokovic, but women tennis is back. America.
Yes.
Did you watch any of the match or just the celebration afterwards?
I watched the match leading up to the actual championship. That's the one I watched. I didn't watch the actual. Got it. Sorry, guys.
Let me ask you a question. If you played an individual sport like tennis, right, and you made it all the way to like a Grand Slam final and you lost and you never got there again in your life, like it was a kind of a one-hit wonder, do you think you'd be able to sleep at night?
No. Yeah. And I know what I would do with my career. I'd become a coach. Because your coach, Mike Tomlin, made a good point in his interview. He said most coaches are coaches because they weren't great players. So I think I'd become the coach that's like, I made it to the top, but I could never get it done. So I'm going to coach you to do it. And then after you do it and you win it 5 times, they're going to make a movie about me being your coach. There it is. I win.
Boom. Well said. Well, It's our first Monday night football of the year. Jets, Bills. Check out all of you people that are in the beta and have gotten the beta app. Leighton, myself, and Ruthless Cutie, aka Jessamola, have been doing picks and polls. We did a bunch this weekend. We're doing a lot more. And in the app, the actual app will go live. The fan controlled app, the control app, will be live by October. So not far away. And we have some really cool announcements of things we're doing in October and November, and then into January and February. And
March,
we've got some big announcements coming. There's like some very Pain Train 79. Very curious to jump in on this app. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the faster we can get doing live polls, because guess what? Hopefully, by next Monday, Leighton and I might test this show during Monday Night Football and do some live picks and polls during the game, where you guys that have the beta app can jump in there and just live pick them. Because then when the app goes live, we're going to do some live trivia stuff. We're going to do some live, just a lot more live content via Twitch broadcast into the app, so that we can do a lot of picks and polls, and you guys can customize your fan avatars and earn a bunch of control token, all that kind of stuff. So OVO Ghost says, where can I get the beta? Leighton, let's maybe see if we can hook up OVO Ghost. I think you'd enjoy it. And then, fans, we want you to contribute with picks and polls and anything else in between that you want us to put in that beta, because the people that have the BC line, will the app reach Canada? I think so.
I didn't know. Is there like an app ban in Canada?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I mean, just like Matt Canada's offense, it may not reach anywhere. I don't know.
Oh. You're still hurting.
Thank you, Jess. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. We'll keep all those announcements going, but stay tuned to all our social media. Thank you all for watching. Next week, or this week on Thursday, we'll have the Fan Controlled Show, 2:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Fan Controlled networks across the board. And then Friday, I believe this week, will be our first live Fan Controlled Fandom with Kenny G. Stevenson. So stay tuned for all that. We have a really good time. Those guys do all kinds of pop culture. Leighton, again, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Way to make it all the way to 28. You really did it. And congratulations to your Falcons. Congratulations to Coco Goff. Congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys, I guess.
No, never.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Never.
Congratulations to Tyreek Hill, a big weekend. Congratulations to Tom Brady on getting honored at Gillette Stadium. Congratulations.
No.
I'm Josh Macuga at Josh Macuga, Leighton Batiste at Fan Controlled Lay, Fan Controlled across all social media, Fan Controlled Sports. Just look for us. Big announcements coming. We appreciate everybody that stays with us. To everybody in chat, OVO Ghost, Airmail,
I am Fan Controlled. I am Fan Controlled Lay on Twitter now, so I'm on Twitter.
Boom, Fan Controlled Lay on Twitter. Great to see everybody, and a special thanks to Jess Samola for always doing all the amazing graphics and for hitting the back to work buttons and really
back to work.
Angry sword wielding warrioress of the Viking nations. And we'll see all of you guys next week.
Thank you, fans, for watching Back to Work with Leighton Batiste and Josh Macuga on the Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel. If you liked this video, you can check out other videos right here. You can subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends, hit like buttons across all the videos, check out all of our shorts and live shows, and as always, power to the fans.